probably best describe ourselves as a purpose-led consultancy. And, we provide very practical business support to organizations that deliver positive social impact. And so, what that means in terms of the support that we provide is that it may be delivering really practical outcome-focused projects. So, as a kind of typical consultancy would, but it's also about making pan-sector connections and the wonderful things that happen as a result of that, and just sharing helpful guidance and support. And, I think really all of that comes under the goal of helping to grow sustainable and scalable organizations that ultimately are, furthering positive social impact. And so what that kind of practically means in terms of who we work with is that it's typically charities and social enterprises, but we also work with commercial organizations as well, looking at how they can evolve and develop their kind of social purpose programs.
He says we want something that it's going to be valuable and useful and is fun and people we want to work with. I think we have all worked in organizations where you think, well, the money's good, but I've sold half of my soul, but I've compromised because I needed to at this point, blah blah blah. But now we've reached saying, a bit like we see with lots of undergraduate students now, are saying, no, I want to do something worthwhile. And I think the pandemic has brought that home to quite a lot of people, to say, it's not the money, it's doing something worthwhile that's sustainable, addresses, I don't know, climate crisis or water crisis or what have you.
Our model for our charity work is that we can deliver our charity work on a pro bono basis because we look to get sponsorship from corporates and philanthropists to deliver that work. We work with some kind of independent associates, so independent consultants essentially, who we support and who go out and deliver work for our clients. The first project that we're working on is with a charity called Team Margot, and they campaign to raise awareness of the need for more blood, organ, stem cell and bone marrow donors. They very tragically lost their 2-year-old daughter to blood cancer. And Team Margot was the kind of charity that incredibly came together to support others and help others out of that awful tragedy. The work that we're doing for them is an impact evaluation project. Mark, as you know, impact is this incredibly hot topic. It's a massive buzzword out there now. Everybody needs to be able to, measure their impact. And I think, what we're doing with Team Margot, because they're a relatively small charity, they haven't thought about impact evaluation holistically before. But what we're doing with them is to say, right, we're going to take a very human-centered, beneficiary-led approach to understanding your impact. And we're going to go out and talk to all of the beneficiaries that you have across, quite an impressive network, actually, in terms of who they support. And we're working with, as Jonathan mentioned earlier, we're working with 2 research assistants from the University of Oxford. So one of them is a master's student, Stephanie, and Rosa has just finished her postdoc. And they're kind of leading the charge on all of the the surveys and the interviews and the focus groups that we're doing with Team Margot's beneficiaries.
Three things from a boy who grew up in a Welsh nonconformist background. You'd expect 3 things with all beginning with the same letter. So for Skylark, I would say secure, sustainable, and successful. Secure financially, sustainable for the long term, and successful in terms of the things that the others have talked about, in terms of the impact that we have on the community that we serve, the enjoyment that we get from delivering it, and the sense of meaning that delivers in the lives of ourselves and the people that we serve.